Alright, I want to make some bouillabaisse. In order to make a bouillabaisse, which is well, I guess I should tell you what bouillabaisse is. A lot of people don't know. It's a French seafood soup from Marseille. So to make a bouillabaisse, it's going to take me 2 days to make it because I'm going to make it correctly. So day one, I want to make my seafood stock, and the next day I'm going to add all the fish into it. So the first step is I'm going to chop up some vegetables. I already chopped up some celery. I put it in a pot. I got a leek, got some carrots, I got some shrimp with the shells on, head on, and then I got a snapper. And the snapper, I got the head and the tail on. And when I bought the fish, I had the fishmonger clean it, but I inspected the gills before I bought it, and I checked the eyes to make sure the eyes were nice and clear. So, got the celery chopped up. Now I'm gonna chop up some leek. So I think I've shown you how to cut a leek before. So cut the green off. I left some of the green on. Gives me something to hold on. Cut the root end. Cut lengthwise. Now when I'm cooking to eat the leek, I'd wash it now, but then I'd cut again a quarter to make it easier to eat. But in this case, I don't necessarily have to worry about it because we're not going to eat any of the vegetables that's in this. We're cooking for flavor. It's all going in the stock. So rinse this out. Leeks are growing in the water, so they tend to get a lot of sand in them. So we've got to make sure that they're all nice and cleaned out. This is a beautiful leek. A lot of times what you'll get is the white will be very short on the leek. You want to get as much white on there as you can when you buy the leeks. This was a really nice leek I got at the Asian grocery store. I'm not really too worried about my cuts on this because it's going into a stock. Knife skills are critical. You don't want to look like a middle school woodshop teacher. So, I'm using my finger as a guide. Fold my finger in. So I'm using my knuckle as a guide. In reality, your tip of your knife should not be coming off the board. There. And if I ever catch you scraping your knife against the cutting edge of your knife against the board, I'm going to come to that screen right there. So don't ever do that. Alright. Leeks go in the pot. I got celery in the pot. Got leeks in the pot. Now I'm going to cut the rest of this guy out. Why not? Cut most of it up anyways. There we go. Yep, trash. Alright. That's a good amount of leeks. I'm going to save this for the bouillabaisse. Carrots. It's just for flavor. Because it's a base, I'm not going to put any salt in it because I want to use the salt when I cook the bouillabaisse, final product. Alright, so now we get the fun part, cutting the fish. Fillet knife, because I want to keep the meat of the fish for the stew. So I'm going to get behind the pectoral fin there and cut kind of a 45-degree angle. I'm holding onto the gill plate, cutting down 45-degree angle, such as that. All right, so I cut through there. Make sure the knife's nice and sharp. Now I'm going to cut along the spine. I'm holding my hand flat. And this doesn't have to be perfect, because you're going to cut this up into chunks. And the chunks are going to go into the stock, or into the soup. But we want to get the bones in the head, and that's going to go into the stock. That's a beautiful looking fish. That's a beautiful piece of fish. It's almost frozen. All right, here's that piece of fish, fillet. Flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. 45 degrees. Go along that spine. I didn't cut through right there. Let me get that piece. There we go. And I'm going to take this, nice and thin right there. Actually, if I wanted to, I just take this head, cut the head off. Take my chef's knife. Throw the head in there. Throw the tail in there. And this is actually really good if you throw it in a frying pan with some butter and some salt and some pepper. Just pick that little bit of meat off there. Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely delicious. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. All right, so now the shrimp. I want to do the shrimp under some cold running water. I have a paring knife. I'm going to clean the shrimp. I'm going to peel the head, pop the head off with some water, throw the head in there, and take the shell off, and throw the shells in the pot. Like that. All right. Shells off, tails off. Now I'm going to take shrimp, take the paring knife, and we'll cut down the back. Take the vein out. Set that aside. Repeat. The head and the shells, and you get a lot of flavor in your stock out of that. So then, after you get all your shells and your heads and your vegetables. I'm saving all the fillets of the snapper. I'm saving all the shrimp. We also have some clams in the fridge. I'm going to save all that. I'm going to put the stock in the seafood stew tomorrow. But for today, I'm just making stock. So, set it aside. So then, I got a bunch more shrimp to do. But for expediency, I'm just going to put some cold water in this. And then I'm going to put it on a slow burner. And when you do chicken stock and beef stock and with bones, you want it to cook for a long time. Seafood stock, you do not want it to go for a long time. You want it to be short. You want it to be, it'll turn on you pretty quick. It's going to get all the flavor it needs pretty quick. So bring it to a simmer and let it go for a few minutes. No longer than probably 30 minutes, and then you're gonna have your stock, and then I'm gonna let it cool overnight, and then tomorrow I'm making my bouillabaisse. I'm gonna have this ready to go, and it is gonna be the best stock, and it's gonna make all the difference in the world when I actually go to make a seafood stew. So tomorrow I'm gonna get all my vegetables. I'm gonna get them in a pan. I'm gonna get those browning and get that soup going. Then I'm gonna add the stock to it, and it's gonna be absolutely fantastic.